Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking the powerhouse driven dream team combination of Rush Kaido and Super Sugo Big Mom into Heavenly Demon 2 and Rev 2, and absolutely decimating this content with the new Super Sugo unit. So just like Gear 5, which I actually don't know if this video is coming out before or after Gear 5's version of this. This particular dream team is exceptional. Now, a lot of the conversation lies around the 6-star and the 6+ version of Gear 5, but the Big Mom Kaido combination should not be understated. And if you guys want to see a bit more content with this particular duo, or some more Big Mom, some more Kaido World Tour kind of stuff, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm having so much fun with these two legends. And honestly, I think not enough people are talking about how powerful these two actually are together, because they do so much goddamn work. You have end of turn damage, you have burn, you have additional damage, you have an orb boost, you have double conditional. You just have the works. And whilst they don't have the utility that the Gear 5s have, they have their own version of utility with bulkiness, end of turn damage, healing, and a monstrous attack boost. Even with a ship that doesn't give us any HP, we still have 85,000 HP. On top of that, we're healing from everything we kill. We're eating Semler slots, which Big Mom turns Dex and Quick into. Kaido will turn Dex into Wano slots, and that will prioritize depending on which one is your captain. So if you're using Kaido as captain, Dex will be Wano and Quick will be Semler. If you are using Big Mom, then you will just get the Semler slots. You unfortunately won't get the Wano slots. That's a big upside to having your Kaido at Rush level 5. If you are using Kaido as captain, as you guys saw there on the Virgo stage, if you take damage, you are going to apply additional damage taken. And if you tap with a Wano slot, you are going to apply a burn mechanic. Now, Big Mom can actually give burn as well. So there is a little bit of a cohesion there, or a bit of an overlap. If you are looking at getting multi-stages burns, there's another unit that fits perfectly on this team called Verse Akainu, who is very cheeky in the sense that he can actually give you 4 turns of a conditional boost against burn, which we're going to abuse in the Revolution Army 2 part of this showcase. But as you can see, we've just been no-stalling our way through to Pika. Now, Heavenly Demon 2, in my opinion, is a much easier no-stall, even though the content is a little bit harder. For us, though, Kaido is an absolute demon. This was actually my first time using the team, by the way. I just thought I'd slap record on and just, see how I go. I've done enough Revolution Army 2 and Doffy 2 runs to know the content like the back of my hand. So I thought, hey, I'll just chuck on record and see how I go. And honestly, there's a kid support that gives you a color affinity boost that I didn't even need, because I still kept the EX the whole run. So you can run this differently and have no issues whatsoever. Trouble and Sugar make every orb Dex orbs on this stage as well, so it's like a perfect time to have Kaido as our captain, because now Kaido turns all of them into Wano slots. And with Wano slots, Kaido's actually a 6x captain. I believe Big Mom's also a 6x captain if you have a Wano or a Semler slot. So just having that ability to just bypass those very annoying mechanics when they do orb rotation is so much fun. Even when you don't have a full board of Wano orbs, or you don't have the full board of Semler slots, this particular duo does so much goddamn damage. And this is shown on this stage against Gladius, Senior Pink, and Mark Weiss, because they put up damage reduction, which we are going to get rid of with Big Mom, but we don't have a full board of orbs here. I just relied on the natural orb roll, and knowing that the natural orb roll is going to give me a lot of matching orbs, with Kaido having strength available and then Dex and Quick being matching, this content obviously reduces the chance of landing on Int and Psi, so I didn't really have to worry about that. Just meant that no matter what happened here, a lot of my characters were getting matching orbs, which is just so freaking nice. We just tear our way through it, and it's, like I said, it's not exactly the hardest no-stall compared to Revolution Army 2, because Revolution Army 2 does take a lot more utility, being paralysis, bind, attack down, despair, all of that nastiness, where this particular piece of content, you don't really need it too much. You just need characters with lower cooldowns to actually get it done. Ideally, I probably should have used the EX of Big Mom on that stage to get color affinity, and then I could have used the EX of Kaido here to do more damage. You guys will see how powerful Kaido and Big Mom actually is, because Kaido needs to hit second in the chain, so then that way you get access to his rush mechanic. And if you're versing something like Dex content, as you can see here with Doffy, hitting with Big Mom first, and then hitting with like a full strength team and utilizing Kaido's rush, means you are going to get access to a attack boost for strength and powerhouse, which is going to affect the entire team. Big Mom doesn't need it, because she's starting the chain. If you are using something like the lead performers on the team as well for their super tandem, you can do some really fun stuff there. As you can see, the first Doffy just absolutely got melted by the rush ability. and then the second one dies with treble. It was really fun, actually. Getting a full board of Wano orbs as well there worked just exceptionally well, and it was just a really, really nice touch for that final stage. Let's move on to Revolution Army 2 now. Moving on to Rev 2, we're actually using Big Mom as our captain and bringing a friend captain, Kaido. And the big reason we're doing that is because we want to bring the Perospero support. That was the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, we actually have one of all three of the primary colors on this team, being Strength, Dex, and Quick, which means I could actually get access to my Revolution Army bird ship. I have it level 12, and I thought, hey, perfect time to actually use it, because we do have one of those three colors. You can always run the Shark Superb, though. That's also a very, very good ship, as you guys saw in the last clip. A fantastic ship to run. Now, Revolution Army 2, as I mentioned in the Doffy clip, it's a lot harder to no-stall, especially with characters that don't have utility. If you don't have the utility for something like Paralysis, for something like Bind, or Attack Down, it's very challenging to no-stall in the sense of getting your specials back. But this particular team did it, and actually did it really nicely, and the synergy between some of these units was actually really cool. Utilizing Big Mom as our captain is already one of the EX requirements for Kaido. Kaido being the EX requirement for Big Mom. All she needs is literally one unit. It's actually fantastic. Probably one of the best EX requirements in the game, or probably the best if you had to ask me. But then we brought Jack. Jack is the other requirement for the EX. Well, at least I think Big Mom only needs one. Maybe she needs two, and she can use the Beast Pirates as well. But bringing Jack on this team was exceptional, because Jack was the second EX for Kaido. Now, as you guys can see here, Kaido, we actually took damage entering the hack stage, which means we applied the 2 times additional damage. And that was all we had on this stage to actually take out Hack and his 3 lackeys with barriers. Now, Kaido does have an ability where if you tap with a Wano Orb, you remove 1 turn of barriers. But even without removing the barriers, you can still do so much damage with these 2 units. Their ability to be 6 times captains is just so freaking good. Plus, their ability to generate matching orbs is so powerful too. On the Ivankov and Kama Girl stage, we don't have that Gear 5 utility like we had in the Gear 5 rendition of this particular video to actually get around the Despair and the Bind. However, we do have Marco. We do have some supports of Ulti and Whitebeard as well. Marco is going to give us some cooldowns, which is really nice, but he also removes Bind. We're going to see his special back because he has a 2-stage special, which works exceptionally well for this fight. But literally, again, with no other buffs, we're just going to tap our way through, and even with me being a huge spoon and missing a lot of my perfects, we can still kill this particular stage because of Kaido's end of turn damage. When there's no normal attacks only, Kaido really shines in the sense that his end of turn damage does so much goddamn damage that you can just blitz your way through particular stages because of that. I think it's like 150 times his attack, which is just absolutely absurd. With Revolutionary Army 2 as well, you can actually stall it out in a way to actually remove the normal attacks only. So on the final stage, you can actually really utilize this to your ability. And actually use it to kill Sabo and Koala on that final stage. I think I did a similar concept with Bullet and his end of turn damage. So, but if you guys want to see that, please let me know in the comment section below, and I might release like a short where we just get to the final stage with double Kaido, and we just use double Kaido to actually take it out. On the Sabo Koala stage, they make every orb unfavorable except for tandem orbs. But this is where the Super EX of Kaido is actually going to come in clutch, because it's going to allow us to get our captains to get Wano orbs. Now remember, when Kaido has a Wano orb and you tap with that Wano orb, you apply a burn mechanic. But on top of that, when you activate his Super EX, you will get a 2 times additional damage that goes through full immunity, which is so freaking powerful, and it just allows you to decimate stages that are well over a year old, because that 2 times extra damage with the 6 times captain is pretty much all you need nowadays to actually tear through content. On the Morley stage, that Perospero support comes in play. We can remove the defense up, we can remove the threshold, and then to get around the resilience, we have that end of turn damage that Kaido has. The end of turn damage, as I mentioned, is one of like the factors that Kaido has in terms of his resilience. His utility. The end of turn damage will get around resilience. The burn mechanic can also do the same thing, and then tapping with a Wano Orb can also remove barriers, which in my opinion is a form of utility, which worked exceptionally well. That burn mechanic also is what allows us to kill Morley and move on to the next stage against Bello Betty. Bello Betty, he puts up paralysis and attack down. With our Jack special, we can give ourselves color affinity to our Driven and our Powerhouse plus our Strength units. He just works exceptionally well underneath Kaido. He also removes the paralysis. He also removes the attack down, and then with the Big Mom special, we can apply burn, and then we can just easily take out Bello Betty on this particular stage. We don't have enough damage because we don't have a type advantage to hit Bello Betty with, but the burn will definitely do enough to actually take her out if you guys don't have enough damage there. If you guys didn't have that Big Mom special live, you would really struggle with the damage there. If you got a Wano Orb on Kaido, you might get lucky. But moving on to Lindbergh now, he makes all our orbs unfavorable. He gives us paralysis and he gives us blind. This is where that Marco special comes back into play. We also have the color affinity of Jack to carry us over. But getting unfavorable orbs here works exceptionally well because we do want to build up Akaino's versatility. Building up Akaino's versatility allows us to get a conditional boost against units that have burn. Now, remember at the start of the DOFFY clip when I said if your captain is Big Mom, you're actually going to get Semler slots and not Wano orbs. But if your captain is Kaido, you're actually going to get Wano slots. That's if you have Dex orbs. If you get quick orbs, like what Akainu can provide, Big Mom's going to turn them into Semler. And then if you use the EX of Big Mom, she turns the Semler into Wano orbs. Once we pop all of our specials here, including Akainu's versatility, we can just one-tap the Karasu stage because we have the support of Kuzen on Akainu and then use the Jozu spots Room of the Despair. Now we have a full board of Wano slots, besides Big Mom, but a full board of Wano slots to verse Sabo Koala. We can use the Kaido special. We have the carryover of the burn conditional. So when we tap with Kaido and apply the burn, we now have a conditional boost against burn. I thought this was so cheeky and I loved it so much. And as you can see, the Driven Powerhouse combination absolutely decimated the two 13-star events. But enjoy the video. Make sure to go down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, whether you guys aren't in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.